face to start kicking ass, just like it said at the beginning of the program.
Man of the hour, tower of power, too sweet to be sour.
Sending your ass on the jabroni jet to the other side of the territory, brother.
The Alabama Hammer.
Nightmares are the best part of my day.
The goods from the wood.
Hot damn.
Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley, and it's just me right now. But hey, don't worry. There's about to be a whole bunch more people on this episode because this is the live podcast. That's right. We recorded this on stage last Friday night, September the 8th, at the Nerd Melt Theater here in Los Angeles. It was the Goods from the Woods, minus Pat Riley, who had to work, the Mean Boys podcast, minus Connor McSpadden, who had to work, and the entirety of This Is Rad podcast. We were all together on stage. It was such an awesome mind meld of comedic weirdness. So rest assured, we're definitely going to be doing more live shows together at some point. So details to come on that, hopefully. But on this particular show, this was a benefit show that we did. We always say on the podcast, you got to show the attitude of gratitude, because if you don't have the attitude of gratitude, then fuck you. And guess what? The KKK, the neo-Nazis, those guys do not have the attitude of gratitude. So fuck them. This was a benefit show to help the Southern Poverty Law Center. They're a group based out of Montgomery, Alabama. All they do is work tirelessly to sue racist groups like the KKK. They sue them out of existence. So I have no compunction at all about giving them as much money as we could possibly raise with all of our weird stuff that we did. And boy, it was weird. You're about to hear we had a paint auction. So we brought a dominatrix out on stage, and Keith and Tom were in chains with dog collars, and the crowd threw donation money at the stage in exchange to watch those guys get whipped. It was just absolutely perfect. I had such a great time. We did shoot video of the entire event, and we're going to be kind of chopping that up and putting them into clips on our various YouTube pages. And then once everything's loaded, I'm going to assemble the whole thing into like a playlist, and I'll tweet that out. We're at The Goods Pod. Just follow us, and later this week, you'll actually be able to watch the entire event because this demands to be seen. But what you're about to hear, obviously, this is the audio version of it, and there are some visual jokes, but we've assembled this in a way that you'll be able to pick up on everything, and I still think this is very, very funny. So once again, if you're not subscribed already, go subscribe to the Mean Boys podcast. Go subscribe to This Is Rad. Those people are some of my favorite people in LA comedy, and I'm not just saying that. They are so talented, so funny, and they deserve your subscription if they don't have it already. So go check out those podcasts. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/TheGoodsPod. We're on Twitter @TheGoodsPod. We're on YouTube @TheGoodsPod. That's where some of our videos are going to be going up later this week. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you don't have the attitude of gratitude, fuck you. By the way, our lead into this is the cacophony that is the result of all three of our theme songs being played at once. So you're going to hear that first, and then you're going to hear the live episode. So without further ado, this is The Good, The Rad, and The Mean, live on stage here in Los Angeles.
Everybody. Too much fog. Oh, welcome to the Mean, the Good, and the Rad, or whatever.
It's literally on the thing.
There's a lot of people in front of it.
I cannot stress to you how much we thought this stage was bigger than it is.
People
we were
just
like 8, 9 people, whatever.
But at least you can't see us. Because sometimes you say to Keith Carey, "Hey man, can I bring my fog machine and strobe light?" And he's obviously going to say yes.
And then sometimes you say, "Let's write a show too." And Kyle's like, "I said fog machine, my work is done."
Oh, guys, thank you all. Give yourselves a hand for coming out tonight. Mostly because I need to know if you're there, because the fog has just descended upon all of you like you're the foggy coast of Maine. I am Kyle Clark.
I'm Natalie Hazen.
Oh, I'm also going to Man of the Hour, tower of power, too sweet to be sour.
Rivers Langley here. Hello.
I'm Matthew Burnside.
I'm Keith Carey.
I'm Tom.
And we are much too many people.
I would say something, Kyle. I had no idea we were going to be standing up the whole time.
Yeah.
I feel like I am in a goddamn police lineup.
This
really sad.
You look like you're in a
You're
police
really
lineup.
screwed if you're the one who looks like the killer.
Oh my god! My favorite thing is that Tom, I don't think has ever met Mr. Goodnight. So when he did his like standard intro, I just hear Tom go, "What?"
I don't.
There's a lot of confusion tonight because nobody really knows what's going on.
Hey, Natalie and I kind of do.
That's true. But the rest of us, this has been like a big practical, like April Fool's thing.
Guys,
and it's great.
If you're going to plan out a charity event, make sure it's with 6 teenage boys.
You guys are the ones that came with the plan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Make it harder to see up here. I think that was the general idea of the fog machine.
Matt, for those, and Natalie and I are from the podcast This Is Rad. Rivers and Mr. Goodnight are here from the Goods from the Woods.
Give them time to clap, Kyle. We need to hear it.
There's a lot of people to cover. And Tom and Keith, the guys who look the same over on the edge, are the Mean Boys.
And
They're
I'd
the
just
only
like to
podcast
note,
with a uniform.
We are officially now the only Mean Boys because Connor's fucking fired.
So we were supposed to, what really made this show fall apart was when we lost one extra person.
We're like,
Believe
man,
it or not.
if we had one more straight white dude up here.
on our show about diversity and celebrating it.
It was like when Roy Orbison died and the Traveling Wilburys were left all alone.
So
There was just not enough people,
Connor McSpadden, who was supposed to be here, canceled days ago to take a gig in Arizona, a state known for its liberal left-leanings who would support this kind of event.
Yeah.
So if you see on the poster, I believe it's going to be over by Matt's crotch here. We have actually crossed Connor out on the poster. Now, we're going to go through a bunch of different segments. If you listen to the podcast, some of them will sound more familiar than others, largely Mean Boys segments because their show has segments.
We're really good for this kind
We've got
of thing.
a lot of fun, cool stuff, a lot of stuff that you will probably only ever see here this evening. But I think our first thing, we should get into the Mexican joke-off. So, Zach, why don't you hit us?
Mexican joke off.
Wait.
Ay, so topical.
Now, if you'll notice, we gave Connor's reason for not showing up. He says he's poor.
I would also like to note that Tom, who has been on Mean Boys for easily 40 episodes, did not know how that theme song went.
I thought I was accurate. It's a bunch of random noises. I got it.
It's a guitar, you dumb idiot.
I can't make a guitar with my mouth. I feel like I did pretty good.
Already, it's a lot with Tom.
By the way, that was all 3 of our theme songs played at the same time at the beginning of the show.
That's
in
also the
case-
sound you hear when you get to hell.
Yeah. Oh, it's just, I've listened to it so many times prepping the video for this. It's just all I hear when it's quiet now. So the way this first segment works, Keith, do you want to explain what the Mexican joke-off is?
At the beginning of every episode of Mean Boys, we go through the news, we find the weirdest shit in the world, and we try and write jokes about them because we wanted to write like Jimmy Fallon jokes, but if they weren't stupid and shitty. So we're gonna go through and see who has good ones and who's gonna get mocked mercilessly.
I think the way we're going to do this, we're going to start at Tom.
Okay.
We're going to go down, and then we're going to go back. Everybody has written 2 Mexican joke-off jokes.
You want me to put the leading foot forward?
I'll gladly do it as well. We need to do it at one. We're not starting from the middle, you son of a bitch.
Oh, God damn it. Where's that file?
He's going through text. That's not a.
A Boston area library is pleading with local people to stop paying for their overdue library books with Chuck E. Cheese tokens. That said, tickets and good report cards are still accepted.
The most shocking part of that is that Boston has a library.
A woman born without a vagina has started a GoFundMe to raise money for reconstructive surgery. She was going to use Patreon, but after visiting the Mean Boys page, she thought there were already enough pussies begging for money.
God damn. Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. Bitches are mean. Bitches are mean. I can't say the real version. All right.
Mr. Goodnight?
Okay, Troy Gentry. Have y'all ever heard of Montgomery Gentry? They're a country duo. It was kind of like Brooks and Dunn. But it was 2 other people. Well, Troy Gentry of Montgomery Gentry, the country duo, has died tonight. But Eddie Montgomery, the survivor, is thinking about reuniting Montgomery Gentry by bringing in Jimmy Hart.
That's exactly what I wanted that to be.
I understood about 3 words of
Please,
that.
you understand?
That's real, by the way. He died in a helicopter crash. So just
Today?
to bring the mood right up.
Ray Charles, he died in
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Charles is better. I like that.
Stevie Ray Charles
He's
was...
a Chiron.
He was flying the failed helicopter.
A man in Maine was driving and holding his cat when he crashed into a Chinese restaurant. The man suffered mild injuries and was put in the hospital. The cat was killed and put in Combo B.
Bob Hope, everybody. I hate that Burnside has ended up with the only lone microphone to him.
By the way,
it happened.
Burnside's dressed like he's in the specials. I love it.
Prince's sister has revealed that the late musician's favorite color is orange and not purple, the color he's famous for. Twitter has revealed that everybody hates Prince's sister. I appreciate that.
I just love how much physical energy there was in you telling that joke.
It's the only way I can deliver it.
Pretty aggro, man. You picked it up. A far-right German politician has pledged to outlaw Arabic numbers. Arabic numbers is also what my racist uncle calls the Aladdin soundtrack.
I figured out I deleted the file, but but you could go to recover deleted files, and I recovered it, and now the joke still won't work. The DOJ wants records of people who go to anti-Trump websites in a movement called "Show Me Your Papers and Instagram Likes." That I told you. It just wasn't.
Well, what's great is that we're gonna snake draft back, so you immediately get another chance.
Oh, cool. Okay. Fuck. Rihanna asked David Copperfield to take her back in time to stop her from losing her virginity. The magic trick will be called "On My Back to the Future."
We have a winner.
Oh, redemption. A 14-year-old paraplegic in Paris was mutilated by rats. This story is being adapted by Pixar in the new film Ratatouille 2: Meals on Wheels.
I just imagine you seeing that arc and going, ooh.
My whole room just beautiful-minded. Like everything is lit up and connected.
It's like some kind of anti-miracle.
Calls to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline spiked after Logic performed at the VMAs this year. Callers were greeted with an automated message that said, "Turn the channel," or "Do it already."
It's no rats eating a kid.
I was going to say.
Following that was impossible.
Sorry, buddy.
A school lunch lady in Florida was arrested today on charges of inappropriate sexual contact with a minor. You know, it's amazing how much can change from Chicken Finger Friday to Meatless Monday.
That's the most. Did you say you didn't?
I get it. Sorry.
So Finger Friday was where they have chicken fingers.
I missed some of the setup. What was the setup?
Oh.
Or tell me after. It doesn't matter.
For those listening at home, yeah, it's Chicken Finger Friday, Meatless Monday, because she got arrested, so she doesn't have the meat.
No, I got the punchline. I didn't hear the setup.
We're killing this. Let's.
Hey, Mr. Goodnight, do you have something that will help confuse Tom less?
Paul McCartney said in an interview recently that he has written a song about Donald Trump. It's called "Back into USSR."
Yeah! Solid!
Thank you. I'm here 3 more nights.
Netflix announced a reboot of The Magic School Bus starring Lily Tomlin and Kate McKinnon. This joins a slate of other lesbian-fronted 90s TV reboots, including Clarissa Scissors It All, Sabrina the Teenage Clit, Are You Afraid of the Dick? And The Mystery Folds of Shelby Woo.
Oh my God.
No addendums?
I was just gonna say it's funny how much better I am than
I was gonna say the fucking non-comedian up here just fucking killing it. I love it. Fuck
damn it.
yeah.
All right. The World Clown Association has complained that the upcoming feature film It is hurting the reputation of real clowns. The spokesman for the organization then magically turned his balloon into a razor blade and ran to the sewers screaming he will have his revenge. That's the Mexican joke-off, ladies and gentlemen.
Goddamn right it is.
You can hear that weekly on the Mean Boys podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
All right.
Do we want to move into the next
So
one?
our next segment here, according to the list, is
I know
it's
what it
another Mean Boys game.
Yeah.
Any-
I'll set this one up. Sometimes at our live shows, we play a game called Mean Boys Fan or Sex Offender. Because we've noticed that a lot of people who like this show also they like kids with their dicks. However, in the spirit of the fact that we're raising money for the SPLC, we just had to change it a little bit. This week we're going to be playing Podcast Fan or Neo-Nazi.
So everybody part, and Zach hit it.
Podcast fan or neo-Nazi. Podcast fan or neo-Nazi. Podcast fan or neo-Nazi.
Hard to tell the difference.
Sometimes both. So we have a PowerPoint presentation set up. Let's get. Are you ready for our first one?
Yeah, let's do the first one.
All right, everybody.
Already you see the problem with this game.
This is harder than you thought it was going to be. I liked watching the people in the audience who looked around at the rest of the audience. Let me get the fucking bar set for what this is going to be.
All right, so do we have any thoughts from this side on what we think this might be?
Rivers?
Oh, I don't. I can ruin this immediately. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Burnside, you're unaware of any fans any of us have.
Yeah, no.
It's like the beard says white power and
Yeah.
the hat says I run a train that is also a blimp. Like,
Which makes me think it's a podcast fan.
It definitely seems like he knows where his goggles are.
He doesn't look like he has the technology for podcasting. Like I don't know. I can't imagine anyone with a top hat list. Well, maybe you have a.
He has one of them, the telegraphs, and it just Morse codes off the entire show.
I'm gonna go podcast. Is that a sex shop he's in?
It appears it's. I mean,
think it's a fancy hotel.
He's by a bunch of sunglasses.
those are sunglasses and I think a large spider.
People fucking sunglasses, but what's that shit in the back?
There's the Tom I know. So let's see.
Let's find out.
Hit pause. There we go. And
Bam!
Yeah.
As a podcast. Is that one of
Stump
yours, Rivers?
Chunkman.
Yeah, at Stump Chunkman out of the 6, you guys.
Like him, he take pictures in the bathroom, so you know he's cool, brother.
He takes pictures and sends them to
The
us.
classic mark of a cool
In the
guy,
bathroom,
like Chuck
man.
Berry and others. All right, let's see the next one.
You are very correct, audience.
I love that you guys agreed. Whatever he is, it's a bummer.
The important thing is you guys need to keep thinking this is funny because Connor, who fucked off afterwards, gave us too many of these.
Yeah. He's like too young to be either of these things.
Let's hit it and find out. Let's see what we're feeling here.
Oh, Nazi, dude. Nazi.
I'm saying podcast fan.
I think he's a delightful podcast fan. And I'm happy to have his business
tonight.
All right, let's go for number 3. I love the witch hunt. We're like, he's a Nazi. Oops. By the way, I have no idea how thoroughly Connor researched this, so we accuse something of being a Nazi that's not, our bad.
That's tinfoil. That in his window,
Oh,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fucking tinfoil.
Nazi.
Tom, real quick, how good are you at the erotic picture hunt game at the bar?
Bam!
Boom.
All Nazis love tinfoil. 101.
That's not Nazis. That's just tweakers in
He
general.
definitely. I feel like you guys cheated and cropped out his tucked-in polo shirt. All right,
Like,
let's do
that's
the next
the
one.
line of Nazis, whether it's tucked in or not.
Yeah. See, it's hard. People who listen to podcasts are gross.
I'm saying podcast because New York. I don't know. I feel like New York likes podcasts.
Tom, show your work.
Baseball is kind of an all-American thing for neo-Nazis.
Let's see.
Wow. Told you about New York. I told you. Okay.
We
This
believe
is
in New
Tom's
York.
classic move where he pretends he knew what he was talking about.
Next one. Good podcasting.
Gotta love the cricket, too. The cricket's really helping. Trick question. He's a podcast fan. The child is a Nazi.
Spider-Man is a known.
Get out of here, Puerto Ricans. Thwip.
Spider-Man will swing away from you going, well, the swastika was a sign of peace once.
What the fuck is wrong with that kid's head?
He's got a mask on.
Well, why don't we hit play?
That's a Nazi.
Hey! See, and I want to point out, Connor understands how the law works, so he puts a question mark on the Nazis so that we are not legally culpable.
I also like that we all just went, hey, and then realized, oh, he's got a kid.
How pissed was that kid about Miles Morales? We're in a comic book shop. I'm allowed.
That looks exactly like my stepdad, who is a real Nazi.
Yeah.
So I gotta go Nazi
All
here.
right.
Yeah, Scorpion tattoo, I'm going Nazi.
Yeah, but Atlanta.
I don't know, ATL. Nazi.
He is.
I'm also pretty sure he's on a boat.
Not thrilled. I feel like he just likes the Braves logo, but not Atlanta.
All right, next.
This one's tough.
This is a difficult one.
Podcast.
I like how viscerally you guys all react to just dudes with beards. Most of these guys you're owing look like half of you. That's the point of the game.
Let's see.
Let's see. I say podcast.
Pink tie podcast.
And hey! Also,
Podcast fan.
this looks like 4 people who work at this place. Here we go.
What are the tats?
It's hard to see. I wonder if this is the guy getting the Mean Boys tattoo. Somebody got a tattoo of this dumb show.
All right.
It could be either.
I mean, I gotta go Nazi.
I don't know. I feel
think
like
it's
it's
the
clean enough that I'm going to go.
Hey, Burnside was wrong.
I just know Connor, and I know this is the point where he got lazy and tired making the game, so they're gonna get more obvious. Oh, hang on. I don't like white power Laverne and Shirley here.
It's like, we hate Jews and we work at a chicken plant.
Laverne and Shirley, it was less than 6 million.
Did Connor like make a poor little like white arrow to indicate?
Hoods.
Yes, he did.
Okay, just
Those are backup hoods.
Connor's pointing out that it's this guy.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh, I thought that was the Illuminati.
Let's see. Nazi.
Nazi.
It feels weird to all yay when a swastika appears on screen.
Now, when Connor did too many of these, I liked that he was like, no, I'll keep the real pixelated ones in.
I didn't know Nazis lived in Tron.
I was gonna say he looks like Stephen Colbert fucked Garrison Keillor.
No, he looks like genitals in Japanese pornography. Now let's see if he's a Nazi.
No, I'm gonna go Nazi. We don't want him though.
He was a podcast.
Apologize to the
He's a podcast fan. There we go.
What? He also, I think, might be like Mexican. Like,
But he is wearing a scarf because, like, I like that it went like Mad Men got canceled, and we immediately were like, guys got to stop looking handsome because they turn into Nazis.
he kind of looks like the gay porn headless horseman with that scarf.
Let's see if that shitting on him was worth it.
Nazi?
Show me Nazi.
Hey!
That's the closest I will ever get to hosting Family Feud. Only because of my association with the Mean Boys.
I just noticed that Mr. Goodnight is just chugging out of a jug of sweet tea right now.
Is that molasses?
If any triangular trade, Jack, this is sweet tea.
Okay. I got sweet tea.
Here we go.
Is that Burnside?
It does look literally exactly like it. You're looking at it as if you...
Nazi!
Hey.
The answer's neither. I never listen to podcasts.
It's true.
No, we heard your joke off. Oh, that's the line.
We did tell him to listen, and he gave us a real, like, yeah, sure. Hey, he's a podcast fan.
That's definitely a Mean Boys fan specifically.
I don't know. He could be cosplaying as Burnside.
Oh, man.
Oh, everybody feels it.
No, right.
For those listening at home, the O is because we have a very opulent white man standing in front of a Thomas Kincaid painting.
Oh, see, I was gonna say standing in front of the Olin Mills backdrop at Kmart.
Hey, either.
Standing on one of the bridges of Madison County, for sure. Yeah, I think this is a tall cup of Nazi pudding right here.
Hey, it's a Nazi.
To be fair, that guy gave This American Life a chance once, but wasn't into it.
Nazi.
Anyone who has a photo of them at a gas station has to be a Nazi.
Yeah, under what circumstances was this picture taken? And he's like, yeah, make that a publicly available image.
Someone just told him it was the time on Sprockets where we danced.
See, to me, it looks like a deleted scene from the Time of Your Life Green Day video.
And looks like he deleted some of his eyebrow.
Dude, that's not even a regular gas station. That's a diesel-only gas station. This is a Nazi.
Hit it. Let's
Only
see.
Nazis use diesel?
Diesel is German.
And yes.
The science checks out.
Again,
Now,
I'm
this
not
is-
giving Tom credit.
This is giving Tom a lot of dangerous precedents. Hey.
Holy shit. It's just the sketch of the Unabomber.
Yeah. The sketch of the Unabomber came to life in the world's worst Ralph Bakshi
But then
movie.
Max Headroom fell on hard times.
Let's see.
I know who this is.
Yeah.
That's a podcast fan who was in Mean Boys fan or sex offender and was in the crowd last time we did the. Oh, God damn it!
Nazi.
It's a picture of Connor McSpad. All right. Hit it.
She's stay in Arizona.
Love you.
Yeah, shockingly. Oh, no!
I stand by what I said.
Oh, a stunning revelation. Connor's a Nazi, and that is podcast fan or neo. Everybody.
All right. Our next segment, ladies and gentlemen, we will let you get to know, if you have not experienced already, the man of the hour, the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. Mr. Goodnight is here to answer some questions. So, Rivers, will you grab one of those mics? Give that to the man.
Every time I think I can sit back and drink
Nope, you
some
got nothing.
tea.
Here, wait. I will give you the seat of power.
Can we do a segment, Mr. Goodnight takes a nap? Because- oh my God. That's an old picture, man. That's back when I had that Hagar the Horrible look going on.
But I did get you your Elvis stamp for the
Oh,
letter.
yeah, thank you. I think they should have done the fat one, though. I like that one better.
I voted for Fat Elvis.
All right, this segment is called Dear Mr. Goodnight, and before the show, we got on Twitter. We're at the Goods Pod, and we asked some folks just to write in some questions to ask the Mr. Goodnight. So I was gonna read some of those, and first, before we start, this segment is brought to you by Milo's Sweet Tea. Yeah, this is a sweet tea from Bessemer, Alabama. It's the best in the world. They are not paying me to say this. I am just a big
And
fan.
they have a Birmingham-only hamburger restaurant, which is real good.
Yeah, it's the best. So
I eat there all the time when I am there.
So if you're wondering, that is just sweet tea. So the first question comes from at Special Cases. Dear Mr. Goodnight, what's the best and worst thing about living in LA?
You know, it was LA. I think was a funner place a few years back because people were real wild and things, and now people have gotten real uptight and stuff. But I think that the climate is the thing to keep anybody out here because you will deal with the traffic, which is the worst thing. And you will deal with any other damn thing just for the climate alone and the free sunset that you can. I was at Venice Beach just before I got here tonight, really stoned, and I got a free sunset, man. And that's entertainment that doesn't cost nothing, and that's why people put up with horrible rents and violent homeless people on the street. And you go downtown, and it's like the Omega Man or a wasteland or something. But you cannot beat a climate where you don't hardly need air conditioning some of the time. And they don't have hurricanes. And look what's happening everywhere else. And look at the paradise that people are living in. And yet they still get upset about things.
That's right.
Shame on you, California, man. Don't do any work out here. Just enjoy yourselves. Because you live in a paradise, and I intend to take full advantage of it.
This has been Mr. Goodnight for the California Travel Bureau.
Exactly. So if they will give me money off my rent or something, or some kind of food stamps or something for living in a place like this.
Yeah, that's right. It could burn down at any moment, but hey, free sunset.
Yeah, free sunset.
Where are you going to get that?
Good climate, man.
This is from Caballero the Kid. Dear Mr. Goodnight,
Good name.
Hurricane Irma is at the door. Do you have any good hurricane/general natural disaster survival tips?
Yes, California, they don't have no hurricanes, man. Why do you think I'm out here?
Well,
that and the weather, because Milo's in Birmingham. I don't want to start a feud here, but it's way better than In-N-Out. You understand? Way better.
Oh boy, you're gonna have a lot of pushback here because no one knows what Milo's is.
Everybody go down to Birmingham. They're going to give me free food now. Everybody go down to Birmingham and get you some Milos and tell them Goodnight sent you so that when I go down there on Christmas time, maybe I get some free fries or something like that or a drink.
But that's your only. So, but Los Angeles, as you know, we have 2 seasons. Well, 3 actually. We have hot, we have nice, and
Hotter.
we have fire. Those are our So what in the event of a California-based natural disaster would you maybe need for a bunker type situation?
Well, I don't want to tell everybody this, but I know the two coolest spots in the general Los Angeles area, and I don't want anybody coming in bothering me. But there is a dog park in El Segundo, and it is the most comfortable place in the entire Los Angeles area, no matter what's going on.
What about Griffith Park? I know you like that too.
Griffith Park is too many coyotes and things like that. They bother you if you're trying to make out of something in the bushes there. There's coyotes and things like that around. And it's too hot. You want to get towards the sea because it's nice and cool there and there won't be the fires.
Right.
And the ocean don't burn, Rivers.
That's true.
Because it's water. Dolphins, people think dolphins is smart, but they never invented fire, you understand, because they lived in the water. So it makes you stupid, but it don't burn.
But as you say about Griffith Park, come for the science.
Oh yeah, stay for the Spanish girls with the big butts because they are all around the Foucault pendulum. This guy's shaking his head. He knows. He's there every damn day and looking up at that frightening painting of the Pleiades and things and all them Saturn and Kronos up on the ceiling, if you've been to that place.
This is from our friend at J. Michael McCall, the Magic City Saint. Dear Mr. Goodnight, my child is due in January. What are some good baby names, boy and girl?
I think Matt is a good name.
Okay, yeah.
Mike is a good one, too. Bullet is another.
Bullet?
Bullet.
Yeah,
like Bullet Bob Armstrong, you understand?
Or Steve McQueen's Bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
You could just name children. If we named all the kids, they would just be Steve McQueen and Burt Reynolds movies. So my children would be Bullet and Stroker Ace. That's a
good idea. They call me Stroker Ace already, and that's not even my name.
What about a girl name?
A girl name?
Yeah, like if you had a...
Oh, Mary. That's the #1 name for girls anywhere in the world, man. It's a pretty name. Kathleen is nice, too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Kathleen.
Yeah, that's my mama's name. You know why Kathleen? We fight, man. We fight because my mama is a saint.
This is the last one. This one, it just says, Hola, pendejo. Arriba la raza. Mi gimmick is mi vida. Drop me gimmick or meet mi karate. Senor Buenos noches.
Me no speako. El Languageo that
Tell
he
him
was
who
trying to get.
Senor Buenos
No, Senor Buenos Noches is an asshole, you understand? Senor Buenos Noches, I don't know have y'all ever seen the Patty Duke show? The Patty Duke show was a show with two Patty Dukes on it, but they wasn't twins, you know what I'm saying? They was identical cousins. Well, I have an identical cousin, and he is evil, and he goes to Mexico, and he calls himself Senor Buenos Noches, and he steals all my jokes, man. He's like who is that guy? Carlos. He's like the Carlos Mencia in reverse or something. of Mr. Goodnight, and one time he showed up around here, and I don't like him. So if he's around, I just leave, man, because I don't need him to destroy my happiness.
And that's Dear Mr. Goodnight.
Thank you.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. So this next segment, it comes from the This Is Rad podcast. For those of you who don't know, Loot Crate is a fine sponsor of even mid-tier podcasts. And for, just a very affordable rate a month, you can get a crate full of cool pop culture stuff and apparel. Anyways, we have been sponsored by Loot Crate for a while, and we asked them at one point, hey, instead of doing your ad copy, can we just make up a real weird thing? And they were like, we don't care. You guys are not famous. And we're like, awesome. So we came up with Ludaclaus, who is our non-gendered spokesbeing for the thing. And tonight, Ludaclaus is making their first public appearance. So we have come up with a segment, Ludaclaus Shark Tank, everybody. So what this is Ludaclaus is going to come out, and then me, Rivers, and Keith are going to pitch This Is Rad, Mean Boys, and Goods from the Woods crates to become new crates for Loot Crate. So if you're wondering how inside baseball this is going to get, the answer is aggressively so. So first of all, let's bring out, wait. I feel like I have to do this with proper theme music. For those of you who don't know, Ludaclaus, among many things, is cousins with Ludacris, the beloved rapper. So ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for, there we go, Ludaclaus, everybody!
Yeah, give it to me now, give it to me now, give it to me now, give it to me now.
This is what I look like. Deal with it.
How's it going, Ludaclaus?
Good. I just want to be very clear that this is not sanctioned by Loot Crate at all.
No, absolutely not. No.
Just very clear.
We were going to ask, and then we realized they'd say no, and we'd be down a segment. So with that, gentlemen, are you prepared? All right, why don't you come on out with your loot crate situations?
Ooh, for once, I'm getting a loot crate instead of delivering
we're giving
them
you
to good
3
little
loot
podcast
crates.
listeners.
So we're going to present, and then you will choose what you
favorite?
want. I am only going to go first because I used the screen for mine because I set up the file. So if you guys could move for a minute, and Zach, if you'll hit pause, and I will explain the first crate. This is the This Is Rad loot crate. I had no help from my parents in designing it. I will start with the center. We will have one of our other sponsors, Mack Weldon. We created a spokesman for them, which is Sack Weldon. So you get a Sack Weldon t-shirt that says, I'm with Sacky. And it's an arrow pointing down to your nuts.
That's very clever.
Thank you,
Very.
Little Claus. And on the back, it says Sack Back.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Then you also get a Laura Knight action figure on her way to Monster High. Our webmaster, Richard Eden, who I feel is very handsome, I decided he should have his own line of Valentines.
Ooh.
And then because I feel like no loot crate is complete without a fun toy, you also get Cutesy the donkey from our D&D episode, our 200th episode.
Oh, so many inside jokes.
So there's
so
4
relatable to
solid
everyone.
inside jokes. I can count at least 7 people who have been moderately amused by this crate.
I like it. I think we're off to a great
All
start.
right. I love it. So we can go, Zach, move to the next slide, and we're prepared. So that's ours. It's a lot of fun. Rivers, would you like to present the Goods from the Woods loot crate?
Yeah, so we're not going to let Goodnight have all the fun with the Milo's tea, so we've got an ice-cold 1-gallon bottle of Milo's iced tea brewed in Bessemer, Alabama, home of Bo Jackson.
I don't know what any of those things are.
Bo Jackson, Jesus.
Is that horseman on Netflix?
No, Bo Jackson. He's the fastest character in Tecmo Bowl.
I like that your crate already weighs a gallon and it needs to be refrigerated.
It's getting weirder. So also in our crate, we've got some DVDs that I'll let Mr. Goodnight tell you what they are.
You want me to tell them? Okay, we get this. See, there is no crap in this box in this thing. 'Cause if you get this box, are we raffling these things off? You get this as the Ed and the Eddie. I don't know if you've ever seen this crap. But if you get stoned and you watch this show, especially the early ones, before they went to school and it got all weird and shit, it is real good to watch when you are stoned. And the canker girls that live in a trailer park are pretty damn cute, too, for ugly girls. And this one, if anybody gets this, I want them to give it to me, because this is Legends of Mid-South Wrestling 3-disc set.
Wow, 3 whole
Ted
discs.
DiBiase, before it was the $1 Million Man. Junkyard Dog, the Black Hulk Hogan, before it was Hulk Hogan, down in Louisiana, and Jake the Snake.
Yep, that's right.
So there's good wrestling on this. This is real wrestling on that tape.
I also picked up the very best of the Highwaymen.
Hey.
Okay.
That being Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Waylon Jennings. Did I get this at a truck stop? You're goddamn right I did. It was $7. So we're gonna throw that in.
My favorite fact about the Highwaymen is that all of those people have the same single off the Highwaymen record on all of their greatest hits.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And it's the song where they at one point all say, I was a highwayman.
Yeah. And it's
the best synth drums country music in the 80s could provide.
Oh yeah, Willie Nelson talks about getting abducted by aliens and shit. It's insane. You're gonna want to check out the
Chris
Highwaymen.
Christopherson backed him on that.
Oh fuck yeah, he did. The last thing, because if you're thinking, it seems like Rivers just wandered around a Walmart for an hour today and found all this shit, you'd be exactly right. But I was reminded of a fond memory, and that was when I was a senior in high school. My friend Mark, his brother David turned 21, and he gave Mark his old ID. So all of a sudden, we had access to a 21-year-old quote unquote ID. Woo! And so we had to get beer for a party, and Mark goes in to get the beer. And he bought 25 cases of beer. We're 17. And he's going towards the register. And on his way, he decides, this looks a little fishy. I should get something else. And I was trying to think of something else for my box. And so I got exactly what Mark bought, which is a fucking hatchet. My friend, in 2004... was walking through the Walmart, was like, this seems a little fishy, and he got a fucking hatchet. from the camping section. So that is our box, and I am legit going to give that.
That is solid.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the movie tickets in the end of the night will add that to your win.
Yeah, I'm
pug.
going to give you all that shit. And
Useful stuff, and it's good stuff, man.
yeah, so that's our
That's
loot.
awesome.
That is an excellent crate. I don't know what most of that is, but I do love weapons. So excellent.
You might have to let Natalie keep the hatchet.
Is that a Juggalo-themed box?
Yeah, it is now.
No, we're up next.
Well, no, because if it was Juggalo themed, this would be a 2-liter of Faygo if it was Juggalo.
Maybe
themed.
it's like the Southern dandy of juggalos.
Dandalos.
Well, I'm already impressed with the Mean Boys presentation.
So for
crate
those
is-
listening at home, the Mean Boys fittingly have brought their crate in a trash bag, which I would offer up is how it's delivered to your house.
And I would just like to point out, we didn't just wander around a Walmart like the goods from the woods. We did less work than that. I wandered around our shitty house. These are all things I found in our shitty house. Let's open it up.
Is it the one mug? Not the one mug.
Not the one mug. We have one mug that we share between a lot of men who live in our home. All right, what do we have first?
First thing, a camouflage hat.
Nope. This belongs to Connor McSpadden. I cannot stress enough how much Connor insisted we put this
So
in
that's a
here.
Make America Great Again
It
hat.
sure is. Connor's a Nazi. Remember from earlier.
Okay.
And it's off-brand. It's not even the real Trump one. The letters are too big.
Oh, sorry, I didn't give Trump
I rubbed
money
my
for
butt
real.
on it.
How do you know the size of the letters?
Because I was going to make one for a joke before it became too real.
All right, what do we got next, Tom?
Next thing, a redneck canteen.
Fuck yeah. This is indeed a redneck canteen. This is a Capri Sun so simple even a Tom could use it.
It is a gasoline container for those listening at home.
Yeah,
It says gasoline on the side.
You could hold tea, you could hold soup, you could hold whatever toilet whiskey I assume Mr. Goodnight makes. Really any liquid will go in there. Tom, next item.
Tom just looked at it like, oh, it does say gasoline.
Tom also has no idea what's in this bag. That's right. This isn't just a loot crate. It's also a misdemeanor in the state of California.
Wait, are those fireworks?
These
or
are
the
firecrackers.
drug poppers? Oh,
These are-
Good,
those
put
are-
them next to the gasoline can. And the Make America Great Again hat.
I'll have you know that is probably empty.
You know,
Those are real firecrackers that, true story, I stole in New Mexico and hid under a comedian's used heroin bags. Next up.
I don't know how.
Hammer.
If the Mean Boys have one mission statement, it's to be a little bit gay and a little bit evil. Don't worry about it. Well, funny story. So
this is a dildo.
number
for
one,
those
this is a
listening.
dildo, which, as you can see, is flecked with glitter for some
Okay.
reason and stained with God knows what.
And
I
there's
do
lots
not-
of hairs on it. Like
Yeah, I
little
think-
tiny hairs.
I think the hairs came from Tom. As far as I know, this has not been in a person. Yes, Burnside, you have a question.
Is there a bite taken out of it at the bottom?
Well, funny you should ask. All true things about this dildo. Number one, it was once used in a satanic ritual. That is for real true.
I used my hands.
Number two, we once used it to spray blood in an abandoned church at a crowd of people. And number three, I stole it from the set of Tosh.0. And finally,
A night gun.
everybody just got so scared. Tom, explain what this is.
Oh, it's a night gun. Maybe you want to go on the TSA. Maybe they're weird about pistols. They'll never know what this is. They're idiots. Okay?
It's a crossbow.
You could hijack a plane with this. No,
No, you can't. It's
Allegedly,
on the placard.
You can allegedly hijack whatever you want. No one will see it coming. You can load this with anything, okay? Arrows is popular, but don't be a hack. Poop, blood, whatever you want, okay? It's your crossbow. You earned it with our loot bag meme crate. Andy, that's what's beautiful about it, all right?
That's right. The Mean Boys loot.
Rifle.
The Mean Boys loot crate. Do fireworks and hijack a plane.
Load it with fireworks. It's whatever you want.
You could douse the dildo in gasoline and then fire it at someone.
You read my mind, my friend.
Does that mean our loot crate wins?
Yeah, for sure.
I knew I should have put a weapon in mine. Ludaclaus, do you have any messages for the people?
No.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Ludaclaus. Please give it up for everybody for putting their things. I'm going to keep vamping while everybody gets shit off the stage because the next segment is really complicated. So, about 1 year ago, Matt Burnside said to me, hey, I have an idea. And I was like, uh-oh. So what that idea was Burnside was like, you know what I want to do? I want to host an entire talk show in 90 seconds and call it 90 Seconds Tonight. Now, for a long time, we thought, that's a fucking dumb idea. But then we also thought, but it would also be hilarious. So we tonight present you the pilot episode of 90 Seconds Tonight. So Burnside is getting his desk ready. This is not counting against his time. Although I personally think it should have. Oh, you sucked Jenny Chalakian into this? Yep. Oh, there we go, guys. Please give it up for Jenny Chalakian, who's working here for us this evening. The best damn house manager a person can have. She got us pizza, so she's a saint in my eyes. All right, are we ready, Burnside? Oh, do you have the timer for me? I'm also his band leader, which means I play cues off of my phone. When you guys hear the music, I will start the timer. He is putting on a jacket. All right, are we ready, Burnside? All right, so there's going to be a little roll, so when you hear the music, I'll start. We'll do this. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give it up for Matthew Burnside and 90 Seconds Tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome to 90 Seconds Tonight. It's the talk show that only takes 90 seconds. Give it up for Kyle Clark and the play button, everybody. All right, shut up. We don't have time. This week, police in Atlanta shot and killed a tiger after it attacked a dog in a person's backyard. It's true. It was an adorable dog. Apparently, the dog was part Dodson and part Frosted Flakes.
36 seconds.
Oh, shit. We here at 90 Seconds Tonight, we're big supporters of the arts, and that includes arts and crafts. So I'd like to introduce you to a new segment called Craft Macaroni and Beads. And here to help us is arts and crafts expert and 1/3 of the Lady to Lady podcast, Brandy Posey.
I sewed my eyes shut by accident. Can you help me?
Oh, shit. Is anyone a doctor or a seamstress out there?
Anybody?
Any?
I'm not a doctor, but I've got a gun. Do you want me to put out her misery? What?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
No!
You know tonight's guest from the famous podcast, Jordan Jesse Go. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jordan Morris!
It's great to be here.
All right.
If that woman hadn't come out on stage periodically, Natalie, this would seem like a red pill meetup.
Very true. Now, I got a question for you because it's interview time.
Yes.
So you were up for At Midnight.
Yes, I did.
And you were also a contestant quite a few times, right?
Sure was.
Did you ever cheat?
At Midnight?
Yeah.
No, I think it was all on the up and up.
Why not?
Every segment of this show should be 90 seconds.
We are at 2 minutes.
What?
You were just trying so hard. I just want you to make it through. Keep going.
That's it.
Do you really want to get into it?
No. Thank you very much.
So that's how that happened. 2 minutes and 28 seconds was what I clocked in at. So hey, this is why we do pilots. This is why we do pilots. That's why I'm really glad we didn't rehearse that, because I was like, I bet it goes over. He wanted me to have a boat horn to shut it out, but it would have been bad because it would have been just me spraying a boat horn at Jordan. And I'm disappointed I didn't get to do that because that would have been fun. All right. Our next segment, Rivers, are you ready? Yeah, I think so. All right. So, if you've who here has been to a live Mean Boys show? They're the only one of these three podcasts who's doing a live show before. Normally, during their live Mexican joke-offs, they have a dominatrix who tortures them when they don't do well. Knowing that we were all going to not do well, we opted out.
Yeah.
But what we decided to do is, you know what? If you have a dominatrix on retainer, you should for sure make that still a thing. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to ask all of you to reach into your hearts and reach into your wallets, because this is what we're going to call the pain auction. So, Keith and Tom, if you will please come out. And please give it up for our dominatrix, everybody. Here they come. Here she is. So the way this
Sometimes you have a really funny idea, and then you're out here doing it, and you're like, boy, this seemed better
I'm going
on
to give
paper.
Natalie a mic for this, because I feel like I want you to be. Why don't you take a seat right here, babe?
Okay.
Why don't you just get a nice little seat? All right, so the way this is going to work is that we have a couple of things that we can do to Tom and Keith. We ask you to open up your hearts and open up your wallets. What is our first thing we're going to do? We have a flogger.
And
So-
I have a nice sparkly wand.
Love it.
Tom.
Who, for $1, would like to see the two of them flogged? Remember, all of this money is going to the Southern Poverty Law Center. Remember, you don't want to blow it all at once, but let's start this off. Who's got cash? There we go. I have $1. Do I have two? So we have $1 for the Southern Poverty Law Center. Let's flog those boys $1 worth.
Oh, shit.
All right. Sir, you literally bought that for $1. All right.
hurts so much more than the last time we did this.
Tom, are you ready? Who wants to see $1 for Tom to get hurt? Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you. Here we go.
He's doing it from the front.
Ooh.
All right, so we have had that. What is our next thing we'd like to do? All right, hot wax. We're going to start the bidding at $2. Who would like to pay $2? Remember, you guys can pull. Oh, I see my aunt.
With the hot wax offer, I was hoping Ricky Martin would show up. They're that part of the.
I don't want to throw her under the bus, but she put dramatically more than $2 in, so I think she just bought both boys.
Oh,
All right, here we go. All right, okay, so
What
they're
do we
standing,
do?
and Keith is standing, and
Oh, God, it feels kind of good. Oh, now I know this gets me horny.
Ouch. Ouch.
Seriously, ouch.
you know what? I think because she put such a sizable sum in, let's do another round.
Yeah, for poverty.
My nipple. I have that sound effect.
Ah, that's the belly. That's the nipple. That's more than okay.
All right, do we have one more thing?
Yes, we have hot sauce and clothespins.
Oh, God.
I think we got to go clothespins. So, we are going to do, I think the way we're going to do this is we're going to see if we can get $1 a clothespin. How many clothespins in the next, Rivers, I want,
Oh, God. Oh, God.
all right, we are looking at 1, 2,
Hey, we got one over here,
3.
Kyle.
That's a 10.
Oh, shit.
We're at $14.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
$16.
I was really banking on you all being poor.
$20. $21. $27.
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
32.
$32. I don't think we even have that many pins. $35. All right, we will call the bidding there. You are all amazing people. Thank you for opening your hearts and opening your
Holy
wallets.
shit.
Oh, good, it
Here's
worked.
the thing. I think since you guys have raised so much money, we are going to do both the clothespins and the hot sauce.
Also, can I just say, as far as live podcasts go, what the fuck? This is amazing, right? You wouldn't get this shit at Love It or Leave It, all right?
Call me when Marin posted.
I feel shitty. I feel like I need to take my shirt off and get one of the clothespins.
Yeah, you for sure should do that. Woo! Oh,
Two, Kyle, coming too.
yeah! I'm for sure not.
Oh, wait.
Oh!
fuck? She now has 2 clothespins on Keith's tongue, and there's a bunch of hot sauce. Now she's going in for Tom. She has an incredible amount of clothespins attached to her shirt. Also, are you using? Is that Texas Pete? What do you got there? Oh, it's I was gonna say it's generic hot sauce. I love it.
I wish I wasn't so happy right now.
All right.
I'm truly delighted.
I'll take the same setup. I'll go.
Oh!
I stand corrected.
She is now attached 2 clothespins to Keith's nipple, which is also covered in hot sauce.
Kyle, we're clearly regretting
I
this.
hate podcasts.
My mama always warned me this is what showbiz would be. Tom, your reaction.
Okay.
Wow, this is
All right. Hit me with the tongue. Hit me with the tongue. Oh, I made a whole noise.
Oh God. Okay. Now.
Oh, it's unpleasant. Oh. Yeah, well, you.
Kyle has now a sauced nipple and the clothespin.
Thank you for your generosity. Hey, Natalie.
Yeah.
Would you introduce the next segment?
Yes, what's the next segment? Hold on.
Wow. And that was the paint auction, everybody. Thank you. Now we're flinging clothespins at the generous people.
All right, our next segment is going to be...
By the way, we're taping this whole thing. We can't send this to SPLC with Ryan. I think they should see what we're doing.
We put this on a VHS tape. We throw it through their window and we just say, "You did this." All right, if you've been to a live Meme Boys, you know we do a segment anytime we have this man present called the Tom Goss Lightning Round. However, we have another beautiful lunatic present tonight who we want to add into the lightning round proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stage, Mr. Goodnight. Who I'm fairly confident does not know where. Okay, there you go. Champ, still working that jug. I'm going to tell you what, can I have a little bit of that sweet tea? Cool. Yeah, sometimes you drink a bunch of hot sauce and then realize you're hosting the next segment. All right.
Good sweet tea.
That's great.
Tom Goss approved.
Tom Goss for Milo Sweet Tea.
That shit's awesome.
So basically, the way this game works is simple. I'm going to give each contestant 30 seconds on the clock to explain something. That's all. That's as vague as I'm going to make it. So let me pull up the timer here.
Wait, so it's not quite lightning round.
Yours is going to be. It'll make sense. Trust me.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Goodnight, you have 30 seconds on the clock. Explain the Second Punic War. Go.
Second war between Rome and Carthage. It's the one with Hannibal and the Battle of Zama and all that, and Scipio Africanus.
Okay.
I'm an expert at the classics.
All right, I'll give him. He pulled that off very easily.
I didn't know what that was.
So you see, shocking. So you see how easy it is to be elegant. Mr. Goodnight, if you could pass the microphone to Tom Goss.
Okay.
Tom,
Yes.
30 seconds on the clock. Name 7 ways you can die.
Oh, jumping. Getting hit by something. Getting hit by something like a car. Suicide, assisted suicide. Infection and self-abuse.
That's 7.
He says with the chain around his neck.
And hot sauce and wax on my nipple.
All right, good.
One nipple.
Good night. You're back up. 30 seconds on the clock. Explain, and I don't even know what this means, Angelina Ballerina.
Oh, it was a cartoon about a mouse who does ballet. Yeah, she was a mouse, and it used to come on TV after Caillou, but now they got rid of it for splashing bubbles.
Elaborate.
It's on PBS. It's about fish.
Okay, good.
He's like the King of the Hill guy, Bonehammer or whatever. But he's really smart. He's really smart.
Bonehammer.
What's his name?
Boomhauer.
Oh, I was right.
it's Bonehammer now.
Bonehammer is Macho Man in Spider-Man.
Bonehammer is ready. All right, Tom Goss, 30 seconds on the clock. Name 7 things you could find in Canada.
Oh, hockey, poutine, girls, trees, maple syrup, cars, and lakes.
Wow.
Most of those things you can find in America too.
Tom Goss, you're up again. 7 Asians. Go.
7 Asians?
Yeah.
Cambodian, Lucy Liu, Thailand, China, Japan, Bacau, the kickboxer, and Hero from Netflix. he dreams of sushi.
Wait, you don't mean Iron Fist, right?
No, he means Jiro's dreams of sushi.
Oh, Jiro. I thought you said Hero from Netflix.
No.
I'm like, Iron Fist, they made him white.
I thought it was Silent J or whatever.
All right, Mr. Goodnight, 30 seconds on the clock. Explain the Battle of Little Bighorn.
Oh, Custer's last stand. Custer, Nassau, and Cheyenne, 5 companies wiped out Custer's battalion. The others was on a hill until the army came and got them a couple of days later.
Okay, excellent. Tom Goss, 30 seconds on the clock. Name 7 snacks at a party.
Oh, custard.
Custard?
Jello. Dessert snacks or no?
Now you're getting technical.
Ice cream, pretzels, cookies, Jello shots, and vodka.
All right. Regular fucking lightning round. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Japan.
Eastern China.
Dynamite.
Boom boom guns.
Water.
Person lube.
Football.
Head trauma catch.
Kyle Clark.
Better you.
The Civil War.
What?
The Civil War.
Free black people.
They weren't free. That was the problem. All right.
Fight to free the black
There you go.
people.
Antifa.
Is that an insurance company?
Mr. Goodnight. No. I was telling him to do you.
That's in the song.
I lost control.
Antigua.
Antigua.
No, Key Largo, Antigua, baby, why don't we go?
Oh, of course.
That's Montego, my friend.
Close enough.
Don't mess with me when it comes to Kokomo
You guys,
lyrics.
I think that's the lightning round. I think that's
Ladies and
the
gentlemen,
show.
can I get everybody on stage?
Good work, buddy. Good work.
So, before we release you, first of all, thank all of you for supporting such a great cause and coming out for this ridiculous madness. We have posters for the event on sale in the back. Again, all of the money from the sales continues to just go to the Southern Poverty Law Fund. Beyond that, we gave you all raffle tickets, yes? Ooh, it's that time. So remember, not only are you going to win some free movie tickets, but we're also going to include the Mean Boys and Goods from the Woods loot crates. I'm not giving you my plush donkey. I love it too much.
You're not giving them the Mean Boys one either, because some of that's not mine.
Sorry, I meant Goods from the Woods thing. There you go. So you get all the good stuff. You get a hatchet. So let's all be happy. You can still leave here and commit a crime and indict Rivers. So are you ready, Natalie? Laura designed the poster. Did the poster for us, everybody.
I'm not on it. Okay, the number is 540288.
Hey!
All right, give it up for these guys.
Congratulations, stranger.
Oh, what's up, dude?
And now you got hot sauce on your shirt.
So again, we'd just like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts from This Is Rad, from the Mean Boys, from the Goods to the Woods. Thank you all for coming out and supporting this thing. Kyle Clark, Matthew Burnside, Laura Knight, Natalie Hazen, Mr. Goodnight. Because I started to look at Mr. Goodnight, then it was like, oh, I got to talk about Natalie. Tom Goss, Keith Carey, Rivers Langley, our dominatrix.
Hang on. Mean Boys fans, you know how we end every show, right? 1, 2, 3. Fuck everything. God is dead.
Now, please enjoy a rendition of all of our outro themes together.
Goods from the Woods was mixed, edited, and distributed by me, Rivers Langley. You can find the show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by DJ Smiles. Check him out on Twitter at DJ Smiles.